It's week 2 of the NFL, and we'll see Brock Purdy. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the 49ers and the Texans, just ahead on EA Sports.
It is a pretty hot late summer afternoon here in the South Bay as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3 quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And this will be a Texans first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
The numbers for Mixon last week, 15 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
This goes out wide for Mixon. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Niner defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Stroud sets up the play action. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Stroud looking to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Stroud will look to throw once more. Looking for the out route here, and it's completed to Kirk. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. As Stroud now to throw. Schultz hauls in the quick throw. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Stroud to throw it. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. How about this opening drive? Play number 12 now. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Mixon is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading them out is their 5th-year quarterback.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test his secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Quez Watkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wit.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Oh, boy, Christian McCaffrey shaken up, so hold everything here as they're going to take a look at it. Here's Purdy. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Purdy. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Houston's offense taking over again. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
That's complete. It's Collins. 8 yards there, getting him out of danger. It's a first down. Throwing now is Stroud. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. Inside handoff to Mixon. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Stroud. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Purdy now to throw. Room to maneuver at the 35. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll, and now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
That's over the middle and caught by Aiyuk. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down. Purdy. And it's caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Aiyuk from 6 yards away. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Now Moody for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Brandon Aiyuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Stroud. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Able to push his way through. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Purdy. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner. Great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
Throwing here, Purdy. And that'll be incomplete. The Niners at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Back to throw, Purdy. Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers go up by 2 touchdowns. So this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Moody good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stroud. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Collins. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The offense on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Stroud. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Mixing up the middle. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through. And has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Taking a shot for Dell here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
They'll run with Mixon. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, The longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play there for the Niners. 47 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Purdy from the gun. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Purdy looking to throw. And he's got it. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up. 1st and goal. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Niners take a 3-touchdown lead. The extra point try now for Moody. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25. With the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride the offense this go around. Stroud looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. As Stroud now to throw. And that is incomplete here.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They go back to the ground now with Mixon, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. Stroud to throw it. to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They run for it with Mixon. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Stroud out of the gun here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins from 6 yards away. And the Texans get a bit closer. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because...
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Niners offense and Brock Purdy getting ready for this next possession. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Texans offense and running back Joe Mixon set to take over once more. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now.